Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Teachers Passing Notes. This past week I had the opportunity to travel to Louisville, Kentucky to meet this woman.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackie Honghern, and for the past 10 years I have been teaching at the Phoenix School of Discovery, high school science and computer science. This year I'll be transitioning with the digital innovation team as an instructional digital innovation lead. I'm pretty excited about that. So what I do is like low risk check-ins.
Okay.
So just kind of present something from what I have, and every morning we do like either a this or that, or would you rather, eliminate something from the grid, those kind of things. And just because I couldn't figure out what else to do, I actually started with the form.
Yeah.
It was about 10% successful.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of forms going around,
Yeah.
so that didn't quite work. And so I thought, all right, let's just try it this way. And they like questions such as, is a hot dog a sandwich? That took a while longer of a discussion than I thought, which I was really happy about. But at the same time, like, I have like 26 minutes right now, y'all. We gotta go, that kind of thing. But I was really glad about that. We just went on and on, because then it went all the way to like a burrito.
Yeah.
Questioning life choices these days, right?
Okay, I absolutely love these low-risk check-ins. I put a link in the description to some of the ones that Jackie's put together for us. So if you want these for your own, you go ahead and grab it down there. But it's just such a way to get students talking. She mentioned it in the interview, but just the idea of learning how to people, again, I feel like is something that all of us need coming out of the pandemic. And these low-risk check-ins that Jackie's put together are a great way to get class started and teaching students how to do that again.
Again, low risk, right?
Yeah.
You pretty much have an opinion on something, whether it be, would you rather have a pet giraffe or a pet bear? Something you have an opinion, and so everyone can at least contribute something if they want to. If they don't want to, I've got students who don't want to say anything, but they'll just put elephant. Yeah, you're like, oh right, it's a win.
And so just as kind of a way to help with the transition, when students came back into her classroom for the first time this past April, she said, hey, I'm just going to keep Google Meet open, keep the chat open. We're not going to use it for video discussion, but if you have any questions, comments, or just want to contribute to the discussion where you don't necessarily might not want to verbalize something out loud, go ahead and just put it in the chat. And she kind of just did that as just kind of on a whim. But it turned into one of the greatest successes that she had these last few months of the school year.
We had a great class discussion, but I found out and discovered that the students that didn't exactly verbalize as many opinions or ideas, they had a chance to be able to put their opinions in chat and their thoughts and ideas and things like that. And so then I was able to kind of like say, oh, such and such, you put that in chat, and that's I never had thought about it that way and stuff, and just be able to like pull them in as well too.
Yeah.
So that was it. I think a lot of discoveries are like mistakes, and you just don't realize or have an intention on it.
A lot of us have maybe used the chat feature in Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, whatever it is that you're using, just for kind of those informal conversations when we were teaching virtually. But I love how Jackie continued to use it just as a way to have students go where if they didn't feel like they wanted to share something out loud in class, it was one more place where those students could go to make sure their voice, thoughts, or opinions were heard. There's my neighbor again with the chainsaw. Why is he chainsawing? Like, it's a thunderstorm outside, and he's out there with a chainsaw.
I didn't even put it in, thought of it to be intentionally that way, but it became that, and I loved that it was like you say, a back channel, right? Because back channels are, a lot of things happen in back channels. It's like those hallway conversations at school. A lot of good stuff comes out of that. So
9 out of 10. You know?
Yeah. But at the very least, it's a rapport building.
Yeah.
So I needed that this year.
So Jackie teaches computer science, and for a lot of teachers and students, that can be pretty intimidating. You know, it's a subject that if you don't know that much about it, or if you just hear about what it entails, it can seem like a lot.
That computer science, just the background with computer science, right? You don't need to know computer science. Maybe 20-30% is coding and programming. There's a lot more to it, and I think the words computer science, people kind of have that connotation of like, oh, computer science, that's a difficult thing. That's hard. I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. So, but you deal with it every day. Some
of you might have heard of a program called the Hour of Code. Usually takes place every December-ish. And she actually helps run the Hour of Code program at her school.
Having Hour of Code, those kind of things, just introducing it. Students, all I asked them to do was just have an open mind. You may not care for it or like it. Just try it, because you don't know what you don't like unless you've tried it. Right? And so just do a little bit of trying.
I think one of the most important lessons that I got from talking to Jackie is that how computer science, it's not just scripting and coding, and it's really about teaching students how to think logically, to solve problems in creative ways.
What do you consider technology? Right? Like, I mean, a calculator is technology. Really, a pencil is technology at the end of the day. So it's what you consider and how much we want to accept that. But you're right, we need to have that balance. Because too much technology, and that's why it's one of the important reasons why students should be learning computer science. You need to know and be able to accurately weigh those pros and the cons and for your own life. With my students, I like to keep things real. Right? I like to just give it, even if it's bad. I don't like to fluff it up too much at all, because I want you to make your own sound decisions. And I think that's really important. Like, first day of school, I'll usually tell students a few things, and I won't say everything. But one of the things that I'll tell them is I will lie in front of your face. Right? Anytime I want to. Because if I can lie in front of you and you can't detect that or pick it up, anybody could do that. Right? And I want you to be skeptical. I want you to question things. You know, and when it comes down to it, that's really what we want as teachers, right? We don't want students who just blindly trust every fact that's thrown their way, but instead we want to teach them how to ask those tough questions to figure out whether or not information's true or not. That ultimately teaches them how to be better people. So that'll do it for another episode of Teachers Passing Notes. My students told me to tell you to mash that bell and hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you check back every week for the next note. It's linked on the YouTube playlist that's in the description, and can't wait to chat next time. And there's like a biplane or something flying overhead. I don't even know if y'all can see that, but there's a biplane up there. All right, that's kind of fun. All right, bye.